Patrick, and today we have Deb Baggs with us from Classic Events and Party Rentals. And the season is
here.
Man, it's going.
I know.
It's going, and not only is it going right now, but we're already working towards next season, and committees and everything are really working out to kind of round out the philanthropic year and social season for Phoenix. So when we were chatting earlier, you've got 5 key things that you think an organization should really look at, especially when they're moving forward on planning and getting things together. And first thing, okay, it seems kind of obvious, but date, because there's only so many opportunities.
And date is so important, I think, now to really just to decide, because, 23 years ago when I moved here, there were very limited nonprofit events happening, and now it is getting more competitive. So you really need to make sure to check for what other days events may be going on. Dates are a big deal.
Big deal.
Yeah.
And Front Doors, just to plug ourselves, but frontdoorsnews.com, we do have a huge perpetual events calendar. So somebody can go on and say, okay, is this event going on? Or, and we also host on that site, we put sporting and cultural events on that too. So if you want to make sure that, you're not
conflicting with someone, it's a big deal. Big deal. Importance.
And then the next thing, okay, once you get your date, you got to go location.
You do. And we can't assist you with location if you don't have one.
Okay.
I mean, many of the events that we work with, we create something on their property because they want to express that, like the zoo or the Children's Museum of Phoenix. But if you have that challenge, come to us and but the next thing's important, so we can help you find that event.
That's a cool idea, because if you're trying to build capacity and more outreach with your constituency or bring more people in, what better way than to do something on site?
Right.
And then that's where party rentals become critical.
Right.
So then after that, I loved this point, guest count.
Yes.
Yeah. How many people are you going to have? What are you going to work towards?
You really need to know that, and especially if you do have a venue that you've used consistently, sometimes that does limit how many people. And again, that might be somewhere we can help you to be a little creative and figure out how to get more people into that spot. But that is huge. You've really got to know what our number is, because, and I always tell people, give me your largest number.
Good.
It's better to work backwards. It's better to save some money than to be scrambling to add to your budget at the last minute.
Okay, brilliant. And then following on that, tip number 4, theme.
Theme. Very important. It really is important because it really can set the trend. And a lot of people say, well, we do the same event. We always do it at this location. You know what? You have to add excitement to your events. It's just important because, as we said earlier, there's so much competition for that, to engage people and get them to want to come back over and over each year and become part of you. And so I think theme's important, even if it's a decor theme, just changing up the colors every year. It's an important factor.
Well, and then it should move through your marketing, your branding, all of your collateral, invitations, programs, anything else, signage that you're going to be doing. Okay, then the last thing that's not so sexy, but you got to talk about it. You do. The B word.
Yeah.
Budget.
Budget and profit are really important. It helps us so that we know what direction to take you in, because, as I said, on earlier when we taped earlier, is we do have a playroom, and you can come down there and just pull and create. But it's good for us to know your budget, so we keep you away from things like, okay, this is the more expensive end of the house. These are the things you might want to stick to as far as when you're working on your budget. So it helps us to make sure that you are staying in line.
Wow. And I think it's very interesting in your business. There's a lot of wow factor that you can get for not a lot of money, and there are things that you can spend a lot of money on, and maybe only the insiders or the professionals would really know how expensive that is.
They would. And it's just really, the important thing is to find that relationship with someone that you know that you can trust and that you believe has a creative mind that can really get you what you need with your budget, because you don't always have to go crazy over the top to create that wow factor. This is the goal is to make a profit.
Right.
What is your net profit? What do you want to bring forward? So you need someone who understands that and really works to get you the most for your dollar.
Right. And last but not least, I think what's really interesting, Deb, is that you really can rent these things.
You can.
You can have a grand vision, and it's pretty much something that you can rent, bring in, have delivered, and good to go.
Just find a creative mind.
Yeah, it's really
and we can make anything happen for you.
Super cool. Well, we're just thrilled you came by.
Thank you for having me.
And these 5 tips, wow. A lot of us need to be listening and watching that.
Well, good. I hope they're helpful.
Yeah. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you.